What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. My name's Chase. Today's episode, we talk about the Mr. Scary from Legendary Tones. Now, from what I understand, this, I believe, is the third version. Maybe the second version of the Mr. Scary. I could be wrong. I try to do some quick reading up on it. But it is obviously designed... Well, this particular model, the Mr. Scary, is... kind of geared towards Mr. George Lynch and his specifications. So, it's a very simple little device here. Basically, you plug this into the cathode follower position of your amp. These things are pretty cool for what they are, because it's essentially you're modding your amp to add the extra gain stage without being permanent. So that's kind of cool. And the website doesn't have a huge list of what they are compatible with, because I guess a lot of people are just now starting to experiment with them. And since I have a bunch of amps, some of them definitely are not listed on the website, I figured, well, Sean let me borrow this. I'm going to take it and put it in several of my amps. And the first one I'm going to try is I want to see how this thing does with my Mesa single rectifier. Now, I have a Series 1 of the Rectoverb 50. The serial number is 785, so mine was built somewhere between 98 and 99, which was kind of the golden years for Mesa. So I'm pretty stoked to have it in my collection of amps, and it's by far one of my favorite amps that I do own. It just kind of gives me that overall tone, and I want to see if this thing will do it any justice. Now, we are also going to boost the front of the amp. Of course, you can't quite see it here, but we're going to be boosting the front of the amp with a overdrive pedal from Electric Love. Now, this is my 2022 model, so it's last year's, not the new one that's out, the Aquatone. This is just the solid pink overdrive, and that's what I'm going to use to boost the front of the amp, to push it and see how it takes an overdrive pedal while having this in the amp. So I will do just a bass tone of the amp without it installed. You can see the white wire here behind me. Kind of give you an idea of what we're going to be looking at. So you can see here the amp, it just has all the preamp tubes. So this will not fit in the amp with the head shell. You do also need, I'll pull it back up, the main camera here. So you will also need this bottom portion here, which is actually just a socket extension for the preamp tube slot. So essentially, it's the same piece, right? And so anyways, we're going to need that to make it fit, just because the Mesa, it sits down inside of it. Some amps may or may not need that. I don't know if that is something you can buy separate from Legendary Tones. Sean did not say. I don't know if he talked about it on his channel. Truck driver Sean, let me borrow it. So anyways, yeah, we'll give it a shot. We'll see how it sounds and kind of go from there. So we'll do the amp with all settings at noon. We'll do the gain at noon. I'll be on the modern setting for the voice, bass, middle, presence, treble, all of it up in the middle. And we'll kind of go from there. The guitar today that we're going to use will be my Deviant Reaper. All right, so we're going to use the Reaper. We still have our Valkyrie pickups installed by Heathen Pickups. So that will be what we're going for. At least that's the sounds we're going to have going. Yeah, so this is going to be a long video, kind of. I'm going to have to chop it all up and kind of do some editing and put footnotes in there on screen for you guys and markers and whatnot. So... again, it's going into the ISO cab, which is the Raptor 100 and the Jensen Nighthawk 75. Both of those have Shure SM57s. And that's it. So let's go ahead and dive into it, shall we? There you have it, you guys. That is the Mr. Scary. That is in the Mesa single rectifier, and it sounds absolutely incredible. To me, it sounds incredible. I'm going to spend some more time with it. I'm going to dial it in really good and see just kind of how well it sounds, because so far I'm thoroughly impressed with it. I am really going to look forward to buying one of these in the upcoming months. So yeah, tell me what you guys thought overall, because to me in the room, it sounds just massive. I'll take a picture and I'll post it of the settings where I had them at the end, kind of pre-dialed in, so to speak. You'll see some markings on the amp. Those were there when I bought it. I've never taken them off, so that's not my preferred settings. But anyways, yeah, man, kudos to Sean for sending this out to me, because this thing is freaking awesome. It just rips hard. So tell me in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.